There we go. So on today's product training, we will be going over the Harmonic scanner. So guys, I want to tell you something right now, right? I want to tell you something right now. The Harmonic scanner, when I joined the business, was literally the only product. That was the only product, the Harmonic scanner. So for months, I studied just the scanner and I studied one particular strategy on the platform, right? And that is what helped me retire within my first 4 months as a trader, right? That's why I saw the most results. I saw the results plugging in, even building to chairman, right? Before we had the systems in place, before we had all these amazing products, when I would plug people in, only thing I would do, I was doing things so wrong. I wasn't even using, at the time it was called IML TV. Right now it's called Go Live. I wasn't using any of that building to chairman. What was I doing? I made sure every single person that plugged in knew how to use the scanner. Right. I think Josh remembers we used to do harmonic scanner trainings Tuesdays and Thursdays. That was the whole schedule. That was it. You plugged in and everyone had fun just being on the scanner. Like every single day, it was profit after profit after profit after profit. And the scanners is something that a lot of people don't really take advantage of the way they should take advantage of. So now, right before we get into it, right before we get into it, what we're going to do is this. We're going to go over this quick little, let me admit some people. We're going to go over this compound plan really, really quickly. We're going to go over this compound plan really, really quickly. I was talking to, I believe it was Eli today. I was talking to Eli and we were talking about how, a lot of people get frustrated when it comes to risk management, right? The risk management is the conversation no trader wants to have. Like none. Nobody wants to talk about risk management. Everybody wants to talk about how much money they made. But when you start looking at your trading account for what it is, which is an investment account, that's what you should look at it as. When you start looking at it like that, that's when you're going to start making money, because you're not supposed to look at how much you made for the day. You're supposed to look at everything you made as a percentage, literally as a percentage. That's what you're supposed to do. So literally, I'm going to introduce you guys to this compound plan and how crazy you can actually go, right? When you follow the plan, like literally. And trust me, I know. It was the most annoying conversation, the conversation you really don't want to have. Let me see. Can I put something here? Okay, cool. Let's do 1500. Damn, is that not it? Is it this one? 1500. Let's say I start with, actually, let me start with the number I started with really was $200. I really did start with $200 in 2017. Yeah, I really did start with $200 in 2017. So let's say you're risking at any one given time, right? Let's say you're risking at any one given time 3% of your account. I know for HFX, I know we do what, 5% is the goal per day. But let's say you risk 3% of your account. You risk 3% of your account moving forward, right? Look at how fast your account grows. Look how quickly your account grows at just 3%. Literally just 3%. And the beautiful thing about this is this tells you how many pips your stop loss, depending on how deep your stop loss is, it tells you what your lot size should be, right? So you have a 20 pip stop loss, you should have a 0.03. 30 pip stop loss, you should have a 0.02, right? 40 pip stop loss, still use 0.02. And you can actually document everything. You can document everything here, right? Whether it's currently pending, right? Whether you won the trade, whether you lost the trade, you can actually go really, really deep when it comes to documenting your progress. You can literally document your progress. So when you go and you tell someone, hey, I'm a trader, you tell someone, hey, I'm investing, you can physically show them your wins. You can physically show them your losses outside of just simply going to the history tab on your MetaTrader 4, right? So now look how quickly your account grows, right? So we start at the number 11. So let's add 10. So we get to 21. Boom. So you go from 200 to basically 270, 10 trades that you want. 10 trades that you want from 200 to 270. Let's add another 10 trades. You're at 361. Let's add another 10 trades. Almost $500. That's 30 trades. That's 30 trades. Let's add another 10 trades. You're at $600. Add another 10 trades. You're at $800. right? Now, this is not to say you're taking 10 trades a day or 10 trades an hour or anything like that, but I'm showing you how quickly your account can and will compound when you just stick to the plan, right? Let's say we start with $1,000. $1,000, 10 trades, $1,300. $1,300 in 10 trades. 10 more trades, $1,800. 10 more trades, $2,500. 10 more trades, $3,200. And this is only at 3%. Mind you, this is only at 3%. So you smash P1K, you throw your residuals into a trading account. You when you're not worried about making money trading, that's when you're gonna start making money trading. My first 4 months, I started with $200. I took that to $800 in like 3 months. Good risk management, right? Good risk management from 200 to 1,800, right? Following the plan, working my plan. My plan is working. And then one day, ended up making, I did over leverages one day, not something I recommend, but I ended up making 17 grand that day. 17 grand that one day, all because I was following my plan, all because, right, I was studying one strategy, right? And I saw one opportunity and I took it. Saw one great opportunity and I took it. But it took me 3 months to get that one opportunity. Took me 3 months to get that one opportunity. Now let's start at 17. Now, what do you think happens when we're at 17 grand and we start here? Look. From 17 grand, in 10 trades, you're at 22. Add another 10 trades, you're at 30K. Add another 10 trades, you're at 40K. Add another 10 trades, you're at 55K. Right? This is literally the power of compounding. This is literally like the 8th wonder of the world, the power of compounding. Very, very simple. Right? So we have to go over this. Hold on one sec. Everyone. Yeah, so we gotta go over this. We have to go over this, right? We have to go over this. We have to, right? So now really quickly. So we went over the compound. For those that don't have this, what I'll do is I'll drop it in the chat now. I'll drop it in the chat right now. Boom, here we go. Right, there we go. Just download it. Don't request access. Just download it. Just download it. Hold on. They're gonna mute themselves. Let's change that. Dude. There we go. All right, so just download this. Do not request access to that. Just download it. Right. So now let's jump right into the scanner, man. Let's jump right into the scanner. Hold on one second. Let me put the chat over here. There we go. And we already got a solid setup. Guys. We got a solid setup. Josh, I know you see it. I know you see it. So this is how you use the harmonic scanner, guys. It's basically 2 things you want to focus on, right? It's 2 things you want to focus on. Number 1, you're looking for that entry, right? Point D must be at entry, right? Write this down. Point D must be at entry. Let me write it out. Right, so step number 1. Here we go. We're gonna write that down. Point D must be at entry, right? That's number 1. Let me just move this. Boom, take that out. Okay. Number 2. Make sure, you want to see divergence. You need divergence. Now, this is where we're going to start losing some people. Right? This is where you're going to start losing. So I'm going to lose some of you guys right here. Right, so pay close attention. So here we have point D at entry. Check. It hit entry. Boom. Now it's a little bit past the entry right now. We can still get into this, right? And we can still get into this, but pay close attention. We're not worried about getting in right now, right? Not yet. we must have something called divergence, right? Now, what is that, right? What is this divergence thing you're talking about, Ty? What are you saying, right? So divergence is when your indicator and price are doing two different things. Write that down, right? Divergence is when your indicator and price are doing two different things. And right, when your indicator and price are doing two different things, right? That's divergence. Now, what am I talking about, right? What am I talking about? I want you to pay close attention. Pay close attention to what I'm about to do. Okay, and bring that down. Let's take a look at the RSI, the relative strength index. Now, what this does is this tells you when price is overbought or oversold. When price is below these dotted lines, it's oversold, right? You can expect price to come up a little bit. When price is above, when the line is above these dotted lines, that's overbought, right? Too many buyers, you can expect price to come down. Basically, you want these lines aim, right? That these lines, price aims to be in between these dotted lines. So whenever it acts just like the Bollinger Band, right? It acts just like the Bollinger Band, where if this line comes outside, it's going to come right back in. If this line comes outside, it's going to come right back in, right? Check, we clear, we're good, right? So now what do I mean by when the indicator and price are doing two different things? Let's take a look at the indicators, right? Here, if we start right here, right? If we start right here, we make that, and make that bold. Okay, we start right there. Price actually is making higher lows over here, right? Price is making higher lows over here. Is that how it looks on the actual chart? Is that how it looks on the actual chart? No. That's what I mean. That's what I mean by price and your indicator doing two different things. I want you to treat the indicator, right, like a crystal ball that's telling you what's about to happen next, right? Treat the indicator like a crystal ball that's telling you what's going to happen next. Whenever you see divergence, this is divergence. Treat the indicator like it's telling you what price is getting ready to do, right? Does that make sense? Right? Does that make sense? Drop a 1 if it makes sense. Drop a 2 if you want me to go over it one more time. Right? The purpose of this is so you can learn. Right? If you needed to, thank you, Isel. Thank you. Okay, good. Somebody honest. Somebody's being honest, right? Somebody's being honest. Haiti, thank you. Somebody's being honest. We need honest people. Because guys, this is literally your future, and this is literally an ATM on your phone. If you need me to go over this again, say that, right? Say that. Don't be scared. That's what we're here for. That's the purpose of this. So you only need 2 things, and it's already up. So I hope you guys entered. But if not, that's fine. These populate all throughout the day. All throughout the day. There's over 200 setups that populate every single week. Over 200 setups populate every single week on the Harmonic scanner. So there's only 2 rules for the Harmonic scanner. Mind you, this is the thing that helped me retire. This is the thing that once I saw results on this, I'm like, that's it. It's over. I'm a chairman. I was saying this at P150. Collins, you in profit. Sounds good. You're already in profit, making money. Great, perfect. So 2 things you need. Number 1, I wrote it down here for you. Number 1, you need price, right? You need point D to be at the entry line. Point D has to be at the entry line, which is your green line, right? Point D has to be at your entry line, which is your green line. That's what you need. That's number 1. Number 2, you need divergence to be present. Now, what do I mean by that? You need divergence to be present, right? And this is divergence. Divergence, let me draw real quick. Show you my Picasso real quick. is when you literally have, can we do purple? Let's do purple. Right here, price is going lower. No, I don't like that color. Let's not do that. Right here, you have price going lower, making lower lows. Right here, prices making lower lows. Does that make sense? Here, price is making lower lows. Right, this is the direction of the market. This makes more sense. Let's do this. Right, there we go. That's what price is doing, right? Lower lows. Here on your actual indicator, price is making higher lows, creating higher lows. They're doing two different things, right? They're doing two different things. Does that make sense? That right there is what you call divergence, right? Divergence. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, that right there is divergence. 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 Are we clear? Are we clear? Are we clear? Are we clear? Let me admit all. Let me admit all. That right there is called divergence. Are we good? So it's faster kind of predicting exactly. It's exactly. Exactly. You got it. Once those two rules are present, you want to enter? Yes, exactly. Once those, this is why this is the simplest. When I tell you, once I saw this, that it really, because when it comes to doing something that you haven't done before, like making six figures, multiple six figures, seven figures, whatever it is, a lot of us, we think it's much harder than it actually is. All right, trading is not a complicated thing, right? But when we think, when it's something, when it comes to something we haven't done yet, we try to complicate it, but it's almost never that complicated. Can we do another currency pair? Of course we can. Are we good on this example before we move on to another example? Yes, yes, Melissa. That's a buy. How about for a sell? I'm gonna show you the sell. I'm gonna look for the sell, right? So you always follow, right? When you have the green line under your take profits, oh snap, let me move over. This green line, when the entry is low and your take profits are higher, you're looking to buy the market, right? Go ahead and screenshot this if you need to. This is a buy example. Hold up. Let me actually, I'm gonna make it pretty for you so it's like, it makes sense. It makes sense for when you screenshot it. There you go. Okay, there you go. We'll work with that. We'll work with that. We'll work with that. Right? You're looking for, when your entry is low and your take, like right where it says TP1, TP2, TP3, those are your take profits, right? When your entry is low and your take profits are higher, you're looking to buy the market. You're looking to buy the market. And you're looking for buy side divergence. You're looking for bullish divergence, right? You're looking for this. Now let's go into, let's look for a sell position. Guys, this is like, bro, what? This is perfect. This is something actually we can actually get into. Again, you guys see it. You guys see it, right? You guys see it. What's going on right now? What's going on right now? Right? Do you guys see it? What's rule number one? Put in the chat. What's rule number one? What was rule number one? What was rule number one? Point D. Perfect. Exactly. Point D is at the entry. Is point D at the entry? Did point D hit the entry? Perfect. Perfect. What's rule number two? Divergence. Now let's look for divergence, right? Man, I cannot make this up. They're giving us free money today, guys. They're giving us free money. It's hard to lose, right? One of the most gangster things that Chris Terry ever said after he explained a certain strategy to me, he said, if you know this, it's hard to lose in the market. I'm gonna tell you guys the same thing. If you know this very thing, it's very hard to lose in the market. It's very hard to lose. Very hard to lose. Right? So you have divergence, right? So your RSI, your indicator down here is making lower highs. right? Is this right here doing the same thing? No, it's not making lower highs. It's not making lower highs. It's doing something different. Divergence is when price and your indicator, your RSI in this situation, because you can have divergence on different indicators, but right now we're just using the RSI. When price and your indicator are doing two different things, that is divergence. Now your indicator, which is the RSI, is like a crystal ball telling you exactly what's about to happen next. Does this make sense? Right? Does this make sense? Now, what do we do in this situation? We sell the market because your entry is up here and your targets are down there. Your TPs, that's take profit. Your targets are down there. So what do? You sell. If your target is low, you're selling the market. I'm actually about to get into this. You guys are bugging right now. Let me get into this myself. What is this? Now you would go to Euro JPY, right? Euro JPY. Hit trade. This is this is market execution, by the way. You literally copy it. What does it say? 129.71710. Right? And I usually go for TP1. TP1 is about 70% accurate, 74% accurate. And your target is 129.246. And then you sell, you hit the sell button. You hit the sell button, and now we're in the trade. We're in that trade. Now, what lot size do you do? What lot size will you use? You use your comp. So you calculate, right? How many pips is that stop loss? It's about 20 pips. Like 23 pips to be exact, right? What is it? Yeah, about 23 pips to be exact. I would round it up. So you would go, okay, cool. If I have whatever your account balance is, let's say I got $500 in there, I'll round up to 30. 30 pips, use this lot size. Now I'm risking 3%. Right? Now I'm risking 3%. If it was a 40 pip stop loss, I'm using 0.04, that lot size when I place the trade. Right? Always round up, always round up. Always round up, always round up. You're gonna save yourself. You're gonna save yourself. You're gonna thank yourself later. But yeah, that right there is the example for the bearish situation, your bearish scenario. Are we good on that example? Any questions? Drop that. Drop. Which TP do you take the trade to? TP1. I typically take a TP1. You do have the option to twin trade where you place multiple positions, right? And you have one TP1 and one TP2 or TP3 or however, wherever you want to go. Just make sure after one of your take profits hits, if you're twin trading, you move your stop loss into profit. And now you're in a zero risk trade. Like it's impossible for you to lose money. Almost impossible for you to lose money. All right. Okay, cool. If they're going in this, what if they're going in the same direction? If they're going in the same direction, good question, then that's not divergence. Right? If you're going in the same direction, it's not divergence. Divergence is only when they're doing two opposite things. They're doing two different things, right? So this is making lower highs, and this is not making lower highs, right? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? If that makes sense, we can actually move on. Are we good? Are we good? Can you go over where to place the arrow? Of course, of course, of course, of course, of course. So you wanna, hold on one sec. You're talking about this arrow, right? You wanna connect either you're connecting highs or lows near the entry, right? Highs or lows near your point D, basically. And you want to line this up. You have to line it up. Like you can't start measuring from here and then start measuring this from like over here, right? It wouldn't make sense. If you have to put this vertical line, then do it. Right? If you have to put that vertical line, then you do it. right? So you're connecting the highs. If you're selling, you're connecting the highs, right, near your entry. If you're buying the market, you're connecting the lows near your entry. Write that down. I'm gonna write that out for you. If you are selling, connect the highs, your entry. If you are buying, you connect the lows, your entry. That's your rule. That's your rule for looking for divergence. That's your rule for looking for divergence. If you got to take a picture, take your picture. If you got to take a picture, take your picture. I'm going to move this up over here. I'll move this up over here. Trying to make it pretty for y'all. There you go. Screenshot. Go ahead, take your pictures. Good questions. These are good questions. Keep them coming. It's kind of like how you place the trend line on the. Yep. Exactly. Just like that. Just like that. If we're good on this, we can move forward. The next thing is pretty simple. Literally, when I joined the business, I was on the scanner all day, especially after I retired. I was on the scanner all day. Like literally. All day, every day. I was on the scanner. All day, every day. Guys, there's 200 setups that set up every single week. Like, just let that sink in for a second. 200 setups every single week. I am that center. All right, cool. So the next thing we're gonna go over is where on Go Live can you find this? All right, where can I find this on Go Live? Right, if I want to trade live, if I want to whatever, the absolute best harmonic session, absolute best, is Manny Quinones, 10 a.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. The absolute best. He's actually coming out with a pro entries version, right? It was actually out for like 24 hours, 48 hours, I believe. And literally, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I believe he told me the numbers were this. He tested about 500 setups and he won 490 something. And that is going to officially release, right? I'm told it's going to officially release for the I Am United convention out here in Houston, Texas, November 4th, 5th, and 6th. Make sure you're there. November 4th, 5th, and 6th. Make sure you are there. Make sure you are there, right? The first day is going to be all Go Live educators. For anybody who's never been to one of these huge IM conventions, the first day is straight up only trading. They're not talking about, there's no mindset, there's no like building. It's straight up all trading. So you meet your favorite educators. You meet your favorite educators, you take pictures of your favorite educators. A lot of times they show you some extra secret strategies that they, for whatever reason, hasn't touched the platform yet. So make sure you're at I'm United. Make sure you're there. All right, if you're serious about your trading account, make sure you're at I'm United. Right? Make sure you are there. Let me check the chat really quickly. Check the chat. No, Euro JPY was a sell. And there was another setup. What was it? AU? Was it AU? I know Colin was in. AUD USD. What was the first setup? One of them was a buy. I forgot which one it was. I believe the first one. UCAD? It was UCAD? Yeah, UCAD then. Yeah, it was UCAD. UCAD was for the buy, and everyone who took that is in profit right now. So yeah, these are this guy's like Manny Quinones is the absolute GOAT when it comes to harmonics. Right. So that's for your New York session. If you want to do London session, Christopher Derrick. Christopher Derrick is someone who turned, what is it? I believe, and it's on YouTube. It's what is like $187 or something like that into what, $60,000 in like 24 hours. Literally off of Fibonacci and harmonics. So Christopher Derrick is another GOAT, right? He's another GOAT. Now, this is your London session prep. And then you have, I've sat on their session once. So I can't give you a great recommendation on these beautiful people, but Manny and Christopher Derrick are my personal go-tos. You can't miss those sessions, right? You cannot miss those sessions. You cannot miss those sessions. I'm telling you right now. Will this be dropping? Yes, this will be dropped on my YouTube. I will drop this on my YouTube. I will drop this on my YouTube. I will drop this. Let me admit this person. Okay, cool. So we're all good. So we went over the compound plan, right? Went over the compound plan. I'm dropping it again in the chats right now. Dropping it again. Yeah, that's it. Just download it. Just download it. Don't request access. Don't request access. Just download it. Download the Google Doc. We went over exactly how to use the harmonic scanner. There were 2 examples. I believe both of which, well, the first one is definitely in profit. Second one is still buyer entry. Depending on where you get in, you're actually at entry or in profit right now. So at entry or in profit right now. This again, 200 plus setups present themselves every single week. That's why there's no alerts. That's why there's no alerts. You do not need 300, 400 alerts just blowing up your emails or blowing up your phone. So this is something where you just hop on anytime you want to place a trade. Your JPY is literally flowing into profit right now. I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it right now, right? Literally flowing into profit right now. But anytime you wish to trade FRX, DCX, right? FRX, DCX, hop on the harmonic scanner. If I'm not mistaken, it also comes with your HFX package. It also comes with your HFX package. Hop on and because you're missing out on money. Your JPY in profit. Going crazy. We going crazy. We going crazy. Someone said in profit, let's get it. Do you only use the M15? You can use whatever time frame. Just keep in mind your time frame is going to dictate how long you're in the trade. So if you're touching, right? So look, hold on a sec. If you are touching the daily, the 4 hour, understand this is something you expect to be in 4 days. Right? This is something you can expect to be in 4 days. Look at this, guys. Look at that. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. Look at that. Spike the entry. TB3 smash. You can't make this up. Spike the entry, TB3 smash. Point D. That one's a little weird. I don't know what that was about. This one not set up yet. Let me see if I find one. Quick one for us. Spike the entry. Look, this is another one. Right, this is another one right here. This is actually making higher highs. How do you know? Quick cheat code right here. Turn this into the line graph. You see how this is going higher? And this is going lower. Look at the M. You see that? That's divergence. This is telling you this is getting ready to go lower. This right here is giving higher highs, displaying higher highs. This right here is going lower highs. That right there is a prime example of divergence. Prime example of divergence. Very simple, very easy. If you want to switch it to the line chart, it's right here next to your time frame. But I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna answer a couple more questions and let you guys go. Got to run the 9 p.m. op call in about 20 minutes. How do you close a trade? Right where it says, right in the middle of your screen, you can hold the trade and hit close, or you can swipe left and hit the check mark and then close on your MetaTrader 4. On your MetaTrader 4 app, you can swipe left on whatever trade you're on, right, from your main, from the main screen. Swipe left, close, or just hold the trade and close, and you're good. This also works for HFX. I haven't mastered any strategy when it comes to the harmonics and HFX personally. But I know a couple people that actually do it. Like Christopher Derrick is actually going to be on the HF as an educator for HFX as well. his strategy is a strategy that you can learn and apply for HFX as well. I know that for a fact. 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 All right, guys. So I'm gonna let you guys go. So you have your compound plan. You have exactly how to use the harmonic scanner. You're in profit for one of the trades. Another one of the trades, which is your JPY, is near the entry, just playing around entry and then, you know, entry and then negative, entry and then drawdown, which is cool. Just give it time. And we went over the educators that you're gonna need, right? You got the educators you're gonna need and use and apply when it comes to the harmonic scanner. So I'm dropping this on the YouTube channel, dropping this on my YouTube channel, dropping this on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna drop this on the mentorship chat as well. If you guys are not in this mentorship chat, let me know. Let me show you guys. Here, let me share this. Are you guys in this mentorship chat right here? There we go. Are you guys in this mentorship chat? Are you in this mentorship chat? If you're not, I'm gonna drop the link in the so everything that I do, every single thing that I do, I drop here. Every single thing, even some personal development that I do, I'll drop there. So I'm gonna drop the link for you guys. I'm gonna drop the link for you guys right now. Let me stop recording.